My name is Rachel Scoma. I'm the co-executive director of Cannabis for a Cause. And what a lot of people don't know about me is that I actually started my activism with Cannabis for a Cause because I was working on the Prop 19 campaign, which was tax control and regulate cannabis. And what Cannabis for a Cause was doing before anyone else was developing a field program to go out and talk to voters about supporting the end of cannabis prohibition. It was one of the most powerful statements of an ally group working on important issues. I was so impressed that I've never looked back, and I've been with Cannabis for a Cause ever since. After Prop 19, it was a failed effort, but we worked really hard and cultivated a ton of wonderful coalition partners. We worked with Americans for Safe Access during Prop 19. They were working on a Not Cooley campaign. We were knocking doors, but that really allowed us to build those coalitions that have been so important moving forward. We also got a ton of volunteers, a ton of support. So what we've done moving forward with this issue is to actually reach out into the community and see what people really need. And what we've noticed is that the federal government has been cracking down on medical cannabis patients. So what we've done in an effort to marry the legalization effort and medical cannabis as they relate to each other is by cultivating that really important fundamental group of volunteers who are going to be ready to strike when the time comes. And so since Prop 19, we've run a Stop the Ban campaign where we got thousands of letters to the City Council asking them for reasonable regulations to control medical cannabis collectives. We were successful in getting 2 amendments to the ordinance. Unfortunately, that was still not good enough. We followed that act by civil disobedience, showing the City Council that they did not go far enough to providing safe access to medical cannabis patients. That was in 2011. Since then and right now, we're running an effort in Imperial Beach to gather enough signatures to qualify a ballot initiative that would repeal the ban that they currently have on medical cannabis and making sure that patients have safe access in Imperial Beach. And again, it's the same coalition partners. We're still working with Americans for Safe Access. It's the same volunteers, these people who have been with us for years. And together, we're really going to move this issue forward in San Diego and make sure that every municipality has safe access. And that's going to take us into the future campaigns with legalization so that we have a very solid field group of volunteers who are ready to knock doors and make sure that it actually happens with the ballot initiative in 2014. Right now, even though white people use cannabis 7 times more often than minorities go to jail 7 times more often than white people. So cannabis is really used to perpetuate the prison industrial complex by putting brown people in jail for something that is pretty ubiquitous across all races and backgrounds. And so it's really about fairness, it's keeping families together, it's making sure that people who use this, safe medication are not stigmatized for it. And then with medical cannabis, that's been legal in California since 1996. But what we're seeing are cities and the federal government cracking down on medical cannabis patients, even though the voters said, no, we support these people, we want them to have access to their medication, but the politicians are not listening. So we're mobilizing the people to stand up to those forces and say, no, actually this is really important to us, and we're going to fight until we have safe access, something that has been promised to us since 1996.